Will you be able to pick up her voice?
If everybody's pretty quiet, we might be able
I don't know where he's at.
We're gonna start Grandma. Can I have your attention? We're gonna start Grandma talking, and in order to pick up on the video, we have to have everybody be kind of quiet. If it gets too loud, then they won't be able to. They'll pick it just a bunch of words up that doesn't make sense anyway. What we're going to have Grandma do is talk, and then she's going to introduce her family, or talk about her family, introduce her children and grandchildren, and then extended family. And we'd like to get the 5th generation with Grandma, whoever is here, of the her children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and then the great-great-grandchildren. So, okay, but we have to have you guys be quiet. Okay, you can just, whatever you can think of, Grandma.
Okay, go with Dad.
Yeah, oh my mom.
Go with Mom. Go with
Okay, Grandma, you want to say what your name is? What? They know your name? And how old you are when you were born? You can just talk to these people here. That's okay.
I was born in what is now called Indian territory. But it's in Canadian country. It's Aboriginal. Kansas City. And what else?
Well, what was it like then? What was there? Do you know what it was like? Were you born in a hospital? Well, tell us then.
I was born in a tipple in December.
Was it
Cold. And my father was in Washington, D.C. at that time. And I was born here.
What was he doing in Washington, D.C.?
He went with a chief, the interpreter.
Oh, an interpreter? And your mother, what did she do?
She had the baby. what in the tipping after I was born, what they put me in the, we went in the house. Well, log cabin.
How come you were born in the teepee? How come you didn't stay in the log cabin?
Well, we used to do that.
Was there anybody there to help her?
And she had one old man, doctor, Indian doctor.
Who was that? Do you remember? I mean, did they tell you?
The old man said was my cousin.
What?
Carlos said.
And he was the one that helped you? Did you live near Scott? Is that what was that, near Scott? Near Scott? Is that where you were born, near Scott?
Buggy Creek.
Oh, Buggy Creek. Did you stay there for how long? What was it like going up there?
I always said a long time. We did.
Was that an allotment?
No, that was before.
Well, how did Grandma come to live there? Old Grandma? At Buggy Creek.
Well, her folks were. She had folks. Grandmama had. They all worked together.
Did anybody else live there too? I said, who all lived there? At Buggy Creek.
Old grandma, white beat. Very white beat. The white beat, bright white beat. My father, Stanley. My mother.
What about your children now? Where, you want to introduce them? You want to bring them over?
I mean, you mean my children.
Yeah, your children.
I have 4 children. The oldest one is Ray. Ray, my brother. The next one is
Is it Ellery? Oh, Mom Polly?
yeah, your mama. The next one is Eric Compton.
Uh-huh.
Next one is Lee Bob. That's all.
Where were your children born at? And where were you living at when they were born?
There.
At Scott? Well, you guys help us out so you can ask questions too. See if she'll remember stories.
I thought they were going to ask me.
Oh, well, Bill can ask you too. I mean, anybody can.
Delores, I'd like to find out who you taught and her mother's grandpa and grandma, if you could remember.
Okay, did you hear him, Grandma? He's asking you a question.
Because that needs to be brought out.
Can you ask? I didn't hear you what you said. So
It's
listen.
her mother's father and mother.
Your mother's father and mother.
Okay. They were for a long time.
What were their names though?
What was Grandma's father's name and Grandma's mother's name? Was her,
I never did know her mother.
that her father's name was Joe Washington?
So what? That's all I know.
How come you never got to know the grandparents?
Her mother died when she was a baby. So I wouldn't know.
Oh. Grandma, can you tell about this Bible?
Well, that was the old man. Grandpa.
Joe Washington?
For Washington.
Okay, you want to tell about it? How come he had that Bible?
That was it. Oh, we're just keeping it.
Was he a preacher?
That I wouldn't know.
How did you come about getting this Bible?
I wouldn't know.
It's grandma's. That was grandma's Bible. Her mother. Yeah. This was grandma's father. He was a preacher. His name was Joe Washington. And this was his Bible. So that's how grandma got it. Grandmother. And I'm keeping it now.
How old is the Bible?
He's going to make a bottle out of cards.
I don't know. Anyway, he put down when grandma was born. You know, her mother, he put down when she was born. That's how she got her Social Security number, you know. We had to take that to the courthouse. We'll see it.
What year was that? 1878?
Yeah. Grandma passed away when she was 97 years old.
How is she related to Caddo
Not Caddo J.
George? I guess. Caddo George.
Grandma, do you want to start with Caddo George Washington and tell who he is?
All I know is was my grandpa. I never seen him.
Okay, he was your,
It was my grandpa.
He's your great-grandma.
he was Joe Washington's father?
Yes.
Just tell me. Oh, yeah, go ahead, ask her questions.
When did your mother die? Is that a long time ago or just a few years ago? Your mother
1975.
in 75? And your father? What year?
I don't know. I forget what year
died
my
before
dad
she-
died.
Do you remember your mother talking about your father? Do you remember your mother talking about your father?
Oh. No.
Now, can we talk about the photos, please? The pictures here?
Here, tell him about this picture. Where did you take it?
Oh, that was it.
And this is you? And who's the other person?
Oh, that man was taking pictures.
Uh-huh.
There's a boy down here. He's sitting over here. That's my oldest brother, and this is me.
Uh-huh.
You might ask if she attended any of the Indian schools, and which one.
Did you go to any of the Indian schools? Did you go to any of the Indian schools?
Yes, I went to the mission. Oh, St. Patrick's.
And you went Riverside.
How long were you at Riverside?
1 year.
1 year.
But you went to the St. Patrick's Catholic.
Now this is, who is this?
Stanley.
Uh-huh. And how is he related? How is he related to you?
That was my father. The oldest one, I'm the oldest daughter.
Handsome man? He was a handsome man. He was a handsome man. Were there other handsome men in the family? Were there other handsome men in the family? Good-looking men in the family?
So your father was not looking.
You know this photograph? Who's this?
I don't think I, let's see. I don't think I know that. I've seen the picture though.
Who is this?
This is my mother, and that's me, and that's my daughter.
That was taken
I wouldn't know what.
1965 about?
Probably somewhere through there.
Do you know about this picture where it was made?
Oh, that was way long time, before my time.
Anyone talk about where it was made or why?
Yes, I heard them talk about it. That's what I heard.
That was her grandma.
He was in the army, he was a sergeant. I mean, that's sergeant, he was a captain.
A captain?
No. I'll mixed up.
And he was a captain during the...
He was what you say? Major.
Major during the Civil War?
It must have been the Civil War.
Do you recall learning stories when you were growing up about the Caddo people?
No, that was before my time.
They
It's
did.
just what they told me.
Uh-huh. But do you recall what they told you? Can you think of any of those you could tell us today?
No. Maybe somebody else.
When you were growing up, you did not speak English, did you? Did you speak English when you were growing up?
Oh, no.
And so only your family spoke Caddo. And when did you start to learn English? When you started to the Indian schools?
In school.
And you still remember most of what you learned about the
There was Caddo.
Uh-huh. Were there students at the school from any place else? Any? I think what we might do is kind of take a break for some minutes and try to about the
Grandma remember was telling me that them slaves were hiding or something.
you remember them telling stories about the Civil War battles or anything going on then?
This one I heard.
Do you remember anybody talking about Louisiana, going back to Louisiana, or when they lived there?
I tell different stories.
They live in cabins in Louisiana?
I think they live in the grass house.
Did you live ever live in a grass house? You did not, did you?
No, I don't remember, but I heard that.
Right. But do you remember when you were growing up, you lived in a log cabin, didn't you?
Yeah, no kidding.
But sometimes you lived in the teepee? Did they decide to do that sometimes?
No, that was just when I was born.
Is that something that people did regularly, or just? I'm not sure I understand that. Does anybody understand that? What's that? Do you want to help me with that?
I think it was kind of a ceremony for tradition.
Was that a traditional thing to go to the teepee to be born?
That's what they used to do. After it was born, you're born, you go back.
You go back to the cabin then? Do you remember, as you were older, do you remember other people doing that when they were?
No, I didn't see anybody. That were really.
It'd be a good idea for us to take a break for a while and get started. Why don't we talk some more in a minute or two, okay?
It's the wide angle.
They want to get you
everybody, what is everybody's name here so we can get it on the tape?
That's Lebo, and Raymond, Leonard, and Ellery Compton, and Pauline Washington, and my grandma.
Get the hell with it and try out.
Well, it was nice meeting you guys, and we'll be talking to you from time to time, I hope. We can help you in any way, let us know, and I'll get this done, and I'll send you some info right away. Send me some release forms.